So I'm filming on the Canon right now, but I just have to be mindful when I film on the Canon because the video or the camera will like shut off after a certain amount of minutes, and I don't know how many minutes. So I'm just keep an eye on the clock. It's 7:41 right now, and I just started. So let's just see. But today I'm gonna be doing what. So we had church yesterday. Yeah, we had church yesterday, so, and excuse my hair, like, I've been in the house all day, I went and got Subway, it was snowing crazy, like, it was so windy, but, yeah, and I'm not doing my hair, so, this is what you get. So, anyways, just gonna talk to y'all about what the message was in church yesterday. I really don't have time for my other camera right now. Like, sometimes it don't want to turn on. Sometimes the batteries don't want to work. Sometimes it don't want to charge. And now the microphone ain't working. Like, I have to shout in order to hear myself in the thing, and it's just like, it's just so frustrating. Like, I'm just tired of these cheap cameras. Oh, and also I started my lashes this morning, and this eye's more fuller than this one because I did this one and I stopped because my eyes were getting aggravated. So I just was like, whatever. So first he talked about performance. He talked about performance. Hold on, because he in the middle of it he said the title. So if we writing it down, title it something. Oh wait, I went way back. Okay, here, okay. Performance was the last one. My bad, guys. Okay, he said title it, pray for your leaders. So that's gonna be the title of this video. Period. Okay, now it's coming back to me. It's coming back to me what we talked about. Okay, so he said, he started off, and one of the things he first said was, there's a difference between a sermon and a message. A sermon is out of the passage, a message. I forgot what he said about a message, but he said both of them are from God. So, but this day, he gave a message. So something I wrote down was, next time you hear a calling of your name, just say yes to the Lord. Sometimes you think it may be your emotions, the world around you, or your dreams. And you might question, like you might think, because I know me, a specific situation that was weighing on my heart and my mind a lot heavy before church, because it was God telling me to do something, and I still currently have not done it. But because, well, okay, in my defense, I haven't done it because the same feeling and the weight on my shoulders that I was feeling before church is lifted off of me. So now I'm just like, now I just asked him, I said, if I'm supposed to do it, just tell me what to say, and I'll do it. I want to be obedient. I will do it. Just tell me what to say. So, in this, the pastor was just saying about how you might try to convince yourself that it's not God, and it is. You know, it's Him. So just say yes and listen to Him. You know, be obedient, because it's always God that's talking to you. He was saying how your circle is so important, and the people that you surround yourself with, and that's facts. That's facts. And I know some people go against the whole you are who you hang around, but you are. And I can say to an extent, because I've hung around, I've been like a floater, so to say. Meaning, when I say that, I mean when I'm on teams all the way from middle school to high school, even in classes, like, you know, it's never just these people I hang out with. I hang out with everybody, you know, unless there's a specific reason that I don't, you know what I'm saying? But I hang out with everybody. So, like everyone on my team right now, I've hung out with every single one of them I've hung out with every single one of them. But I was saying all that to say about how your circle is important, and I said you hang around to an extent, because some people are like, you know, what is it? It's like it's like an example that social media uses, or like not social media, but people in general. They be like, oh, if your friend's a hoe and her friend's a hoe, then what does that make you? And they're like, a friend of a hoe. So that's what I mean when I say to an extent. But I do think once you hang around with whoever for so long, then you do start to act like them. So you are who you hang around ultimately. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that when I was in high school because, you know, sometimes I had friends who didn't really care about school. And then I had another group of friends who their parents are like, you better come home with straight A's. And I just be like, one of them's parents was a teacher, you know? So it was just like, I had a fair balance of, I want to do good, but I don't like school, and I'm not school smart, so I don't care if I don't do good. You know what I'm saying? And my parents know, like, don't pressure me to come home with straight A's, and be careful asking me to come home with A's and B's. Like, it's not that I'm dumb, but school is hard for me, and school being hard makes me want to give up, you know? So, and math makes me cry, actually. I will actually cry. So, that's why. And I don't like school for that, because it's never been fun learning stuff like that. And then being in classes where people are like, oh my gosh, I got a 94. So anyways, your circle is important. Who you surround yourself with is important. And you are who you hang around to an extent. Okay? You hang around too long, you're going to be just like them. And I know because when I started hanging around my friends who really cared about school a lot more, I started to care about school, and I started to care about my grades. When I got closer to my friend here, who is more godlike, well, yeah, that's a good word, who's more godlike and more God-fearing. I have my own stuff that I was going through, and that God was, you know, whatever, but this girl is when I say my soul sister, I mean my soul sister. Like, period. Soul sister, period. Like, yes. So, and, you know, I'm just blessed to have that friend, because we can talk about God all day and night. Like, literally. We can talk about anything all day and night. So, that's a blessing in itself. And because I'm surrounded by her, I think a few Sundays ago, somebody had mentioned, or it might have been Bible study, somebody had mentioned how, you know, when you surround yourself with godlike people or godly people, that, you know, those are people who pray for you too. And that's important, to have people around you who pray, to have people around you who pray for you. So yeah. He said Matthew chapter 9, verse 36. That's just something that he said in the thing. Sometimes I like to write down the Bible verses that they say, just because if I'm looking back, so I know where to go to and see what he was referencing, or what he was using to, you know, pinpoint. So, and then he said something that really caught my attention. He said a beautiful burden. He was talking about burdens and how we look at burdens to be not good. Okay, so last thing I said was beautiful burden. Trying to think if I should screen record it and put it in here about what he said about that. I think I will do that. Okay, so I can't find that yet. I'm gonna just input it when or if I find it. But what he said about a beautiful burden. He said, basically that I think agonizing is the word that he used. So he said, while still agonizing, it's still so beautiful. I forgot an example that he used for that. But, you know, basically, I think he was just saying, like, how, okay, he said burdens aren't always bad things. And sometimes burdens can be taken on as responsibilities. I think I don't know. But he said how burdens can sometimes be taken on, a lot of times, be taken on as responsibilities. And he said, but it's a beautiful thing. So we do look at burdens as negative things, and I actually like that some burdens are beautiful things, and that there can be beautiful burdens. I gotta add that in the title too. Okay, and then I wrote down, you're not supposed to do it on your own. And AP also told us this in our women's Bible study. I think it was our women's Bible study, one of them, about how, or maybe it was just church, and it was somebody else. Honestly, I don't remember. But I do remember it being said somewhere, somebody said that the enemy wants to get us alone. And the enemy wants us to feel like, he wants us to go in this, how we get sad and upset, and people just do us wrong time after time after time, and we're just like, I don't want to deal with nobody no more. I don't want friends no more. I don't want to be in a relationship no more, and all that kind of stuff. And the enemy wants us to be isolated, but we're not supposed to do it on our own. We're not supposed to do it alone, and we're not supposed to do it on our own. We were made, I forgot how they put it, but just like we were made to like have a partner, to like, we're not supposed to do it alone. We're not supposed to do it by ourselves. So, and then I also wrote down, because he started talking about being a leader, and then he talked about what the Bible said. He talked about how if the head is broken, the people will scatter. So he mentioned if you strike the head, that the end will scatter, the people will scatter. He said you can see how strong or weak the people are by looking at the head. And by the head, he means the leader. So I don't know how to further interpret, I think. I don't know how to further interpret that. But let's see. When you're in leadership, you'll be struck and challenged. I think that was good. I needed to hear that. I also wrote down that the head and the leader will be attacked. It's kind of the same thing. God is telling you who you are. We just gotta listen. God is literally telling us who we are. But I think, like I said earlier, about how sometimes we think it's our emotions or the world influencing us, or just a dream. No, it's God, and we just gotta know to listen. We have to know that it's Him. That's it. So, and then I wrote down, God is telling you, let me restart. God is telling you who you are called to be for your assignment. I wrote, we all have something, a gift God placed inside of us. He's waiting on us, and the devil wants us to stay quiet. We're not made to stay quiet, So then I wrote, when you have the right people around you, because he just touched on that a lot, like your circle and who you have around you and who you surround yourself with. And then he talked about praying for your leaders, because I'm pretty sure he mentioned about how some leaders and people in the church, what was it? Just basically how people don't think they're going through stuff. And those who are leaders, they do go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're constantly attacked too. So he was just saying to really pray for your leaders, those in charge and stuff like that. And then he said leaders were made for trials. And then the last thing I wrote, which he said at the end, was if the head is broken, the people will scatter. So, and that's all I wrote that day, yesterday. I took good notes from that. I might add some of those, probably one or two of them, to my my new prayer board. If you haven't seen my new prayer board video, I think I just posted it last night. Well, today, but by the time you see this video, it'll be last night. Oh my goodness. I literally need to edit this video. I need to do my nails. I need to finish my lashes. Because tomorrow I have work. The day after that is Wednesday. And I also have work Wednesday morning. And then Thursday I have to pack all morning. And I gotta pack all morning and go fly home. So I'm trying to have all these videos up and posted so that when I get home I have time to edit and then upload. So yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed what we learned on Sunday, the message that we received on Sunday. Make sure you say your prayers. Pray for everybody. Pray for everybody. Even your enemies, Just pray for everybody. I'm so tired. I tried to relax all day. I tried. Then I got bored. Anyways, bye, Bookie.